Today I'm taking you inside a horse rescue here in the Pacific Northwest. And I'm intentionally not telling you where it is or even its name. Because if I did, you'd miss the real point of the video, wouldn't you? I would recommend everyone putting on closed captions because I have a very thick New York accent. What if the greatest danger to these animals isn't what you think it is? What if we believe what we assume and what we decide is wrong is actually what creates most of our struggle, our suffering, and even our trauma? Have you ever stopped to ask yourself why you believe what you believe? Because by appearances alone, this rescue looks risky, doesn't it? Wooden planks scattered around, hay sitting in the open. And we're told hay must be stored perfectly or it can mold and harm animals, right? Right here, 2 horses have even stepped outside the fenced area, escaped, and free. So based on that alone, would you say something is terribly wrong here? Or is that conclusion coming from somewhere else? Because here's something I've noticed about myself. When I'm angry, I don't see truth. I see more negativity. And when we focus on what's wrong, don't we always seem to find more of it? Watch these horses for a moment. Notice something. They aren't reacting to the wooden planks. They aren't worried about the hay. They aren't panicking about what might happen. So, why are we? Horses don't respond to stories. They respond to energy. They don't care what we say we believe. They respond to what our nervous system is broadcasting. And that's where trauma actually lives. Not in the event, not in the memory, but in the body. Our bodies. A traumatized human walks into a space already tense, guarded, judgmental, and the horses feel it instantly. Not because they're fragile, but because they're honest and they're energy beings. All of us are energetic beings. A calm, regulated human enters, and the horses soften. They exhale. They mirror peace. So let me ask you this. If horses feel our fear before we speak, what do you think they feel when we judge? What do they absorb when we arrive frustrated, angry, convinced something is wrong? These horses aren't confused, they're responding. And maybe that's the part we don't want to see. That the chaos we think we're seeing is often the chaos we're carrying. This rescue doesn't just save horses, it reveals us. I remember when I was here a few years back, some people who once helped at this rescue became frustrated with the owner. Let's call him Anthony. And they stopped coming. So let me ask you, when you get angry at a person, who actually pays the price? Because it isn't Anthony. It isn't even us alone. It's the animals who no longer receive attention, the grooming, or the love. All because someone decided their judgment was justified. So if judging others creates our own suffering, if frustration turns into distance, if anger always hurts us first, because we can't be angry or judge someone else without first being angry and judging ourselves, we get hurt first. But why do we keep doing it? Why do anxiety, depression, and emotional pain keep repeating themselves? Especially if we keep saying we hate it and we dislike it. Is it really because of what happened to us? Or is it because we don't understand ourselves? If we truly hated suffering and struggling and trauma, why do we keep choosing it? Why do we keep returning to the judgment, to the memories? When peace is available, the moment we stop. This is what Voices of American Rescue is really about. It's not just about animals who've been neglected, abandoned, or misunderstood. It's about humans who have too. Because trauma doesn't make us broken, it makes us reactive. And judgment is just trauma trying to protect itself. The horses here don't ask where you've been. They don't ask what you believe. They don't ask who you blame. They only ask one thing. How regulated is the energy you're bringing into this moment? So before we judge a rescue, before we judge a person, before we judge ourselves, what if we paused and asked, what am I carrying into the space right now? Because the horses already know the answer. And maybe, just maybe, the healing doesn't start when the environment changes. Maybe it starts when we do. And one last thing to sit with. While this video was about horses and a rescue in Pacific Northwest, this isn't just about horses. All animals respond to our energy. Dogs, cats, pigs, any animal we come in contact with. They don't respond to our words, they respond to our state, to our energetic being state. Because most of the time, what we label as behavior is actually feedback. Feedback about our stress, our impatience, our unresolved trauma. So maybe the question isn't what's wrong with this animal. Maybe the question is, what energy am I bringing right now? Our animals are always answering, even when we aren't listening. Thank you for sharing space with Voices of American Rescue. Always authentic, always here to assist. As one act of service for all, always becomes one incredible, powerful story to share with you. If this video caused you to ask questions, I'd appreciate a like, a comment, a subscribe, and hit that bell icon to be notified. And remember, it's always free to subscribe. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Until we meet again on the next video, toodaloo!